You can zoom in by using slider pinned at window bottom, or hold Ctrl and use your mouse wheel. Choose Clone Stamp tool from a tools table. In simple words, Clone Stamp tool copies data from one image part to the other. If you want to mask out something on the sky, you can copy a bit of the clean sky to a place which you want to mask out. This is how you can remove dust or small objects. You can change brush width and hardness at any time to make sure everything looks good. First, you need to select from where to copy data, hold Ctrl and click on that place. And then you should see that you have got another bubble, and first one sticks at position you clicked. If you have made mistake, you can reposition it, just hold Ctrl and click where you went. If everything seems okay, click on place you want that data to be copied, what you want to remove. Dust or small object should be gone now, and your both bubbles will hold at positions until you would change them. You can continue with the other dust particles. If you need to reposition bubbles, just hold Ctrl and click and etc. If you already have got watermark image, open image on which you want to add watermark and your watermark image. Go to watermark image. Go to edit, select all, or use any selection tool from a tools table and select your watermark. Go to edit, copy. This will copy watermark image into your clipboard. Switch to the image on which you want to add watermark. Go to edit, paste into new layer. This will create a new layer and will paste your watermark on it. Your tool should have changed to Move Selected Pixels tool. You can move your watermark anywhere by just dragging selection. When you're happy with placing, you can deselect. And of course, watermark usually are transparent by somewhat. So open its layer properties by double-clicking on the layer, or by pressing last button on the layers table, or by pressing F4. Lower opacity and click OK. If you don't have watermark image, make new layer, choose text tool or brush tool from a tools table and write your text or draw your logo or something. Try to keep these things as simple as possible, because watermarks are made to inform, not to be better looking than the picture itself. If you want, you can add some special effects, for example effects object outline, but yet again try to keep it very simple and don't overdo. Open watermark layer properties by double-clicking on the layer, or by pressing last button on the layers table, or by pressing F4. Lower the opacity. You can now save your image, but last tip, if you are going to do this a lot, I recommend to save your watermark, so you would need to just copy it, not to redraw. So select rectangle select tool from a tools table, draw a box around your watermark, go to edit, copy, go to file, new, image resolution should be selected automatically, so just press OK, go to edit, paste, and save this image as PNG file. Vignette in simple terms means darkening of the image corners when compared to the center. This is how you can make it using or not using plugins. By special plugin. There are at least a few of Vignette plugins. You can find all of them at official Pinterest forums. Usually you can find those plugins at Effects Photo Vignette. Their interface or sliders could be different by somewhat, but usually all of them have got position slider, radius and density. Just play around with them until you are happy with the result. Without any plugin. If you don't have and can't download any of the plugins and you really need that Vignette, you can do it. Make new layer, use paintbrush, line curve, shapes or similar tool from a tools table to draw around the image like this. Now you just need to blur it, so go to Effects, Blurs, Gaussian Blur, use any radius which works best. You can use Gaussian Blur multiple times. Shallow depth of field means short focusing range, or in simpler words, everything is blurry except that one small object or a few objects in the same range from the camera. Duplicates your image layer. Go to Effects, Blurs, Gaussian Blur. Go for very blurry image effect. Usually you would need to use big radius. Now all you need to do is to reveal that you want to show. You can do this by using Eraser tool with very low hardness level, or you can use Gradient tool with transparency mode and, for example, with linear reflected mode. Go to File, New, and make new an empty image with size you want. Open all of your images you want to merge into a single image. You can do this by going to File, New, or by dragging and dropping them into PaintNet window. It will ask if you want to open those images or to add them as layers. Or layers import from File. If all of your images are smaller than the image size, you can add them as layers. But if any of them is bigger, then choose to open. If you have added those images as layers, then you can skip steps where you just need to copy those images into the empty image. If you have opened those images, then choose any of them, go to Edit, select all, then Edit, Copy. Switch to empty image, go to Edit, Paste into new layer. If image is bigger than the image on which you want to paste it, it will ask if you want to extend canvas or keep canvas size. So choose second option. If you need, you can zoom out by using slider at PaintNet window bottom or by holding Ctrl and using mouse wheel. Then hold left shift so it will keep aspect ratio of image and resize image so it will fit inside canvas. Use Move Selected Pixels tool from a Tools table to position all of your images. You can reposition by just dragging the whole selection somewhere. Repeat those steps until you will have all of your images on canvas. Now you should have bunch images on the same canvas but on different layers. If needed, you can turn off or on any of the layer visibilities. Use Eraser tool from a Tools table with very low hardness level on image edges. So you will be able to make better transitions between images. You can also use Gradient tool with transparency mode. Use Eraser tool on different layers if needed. Final result. Same picture but each side for different purpose. Make sure your images are the same size, if not just resize bigger image to meet smaller image size. You would lose some quality if you would resize to make image bigger. Then open any image before or after. Go to Layers, Import from File, import second of image. So you will have both before and after images, but just on different layers. Deselect. Be on top layer and use the Eraser tool to erase any image part, for example left side. You can also use Gradient tool with transparency mode. You can achieve transition look between those two images if you would use Gradient tool or Eraser tool with very low hardness level. Or you can do it without transition. For this method, best is Rectangle Select tool. Select one side and hit Delete on your keyboard. Add new layer and draw a line between those two images. To draw a straight line, hold left shift while doing it. Side by side. Make sure your images are the same size. If not, just resize bigger image to meet smaller image size. You would lose some quality if you would resize to make image bigger. Open any image, before or after. Go to Image, Canvas Size, choose by Absolute Size, uncheck Maintain Aspect Ratio, enter twice width value, choose left or right anchor. Go to Layers, Import from File, import second of the image. So you will have both before and after images, but just on different layers. Deselect and go to Effects, Align Object and choose right or left side, different for anchor you have chosen. Or you can use any other plugin you have got. Or just manually with Move Selected Pixels tool, move second image to different side and deselect. Choose any selection tool from a tools table. Change its mode to Add, then select those red eyes. Go to Effects, Photo, Red Eye Removal. Choose Strength, which works best on your image. This problem could happen from various ways. For example, if you would increase image size, if you would take bad quality image, and that's it. Go to Effects, Photo Sharpen, use any amount you want.